And I thought my camera was still up here. Welcome everybody to Wrong Side Simulations. Bringing you the best content from the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video. Sorry, I'm just getting reading this little message coming from OBS. Video settings or what? Why don't you give me the whole? Use a faster encoding preset. That's probably why I need a capture card. Anyways, we're gonna rock with it. If we need to, we'll turn the settings down. As always, my name is Blake, and I am a real-world dispatcher, and my goal is to bring you a more realistic experience to your flight sim viewing experience through my 12 years of experience of sitting in the jump seat of this airplane and many others. Today we have a fun little stream. It's going to be 2 quick legs. We're going to be flying Portland, Oregon over to Glacier Park, Montana. And from there we're going to do a quick turn and head right over to Seattle. See, this leg we are going to be Alaska 2276. We'll be flying on Vatsim. We'll get connected and all that good stuff. I guess we'll run packs as well. We'll just do all the things. So without further ado, let's jump to the cockpit and we'll get things rolling. Finally back into Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hopefully it doesn't let us down. It probably will, but we shall see. Battery 1 and battery 2 as always. A couple dings and then we'll connect ground power. Gotta keep an eye on my volume since I've adjusted some things with the X-Plane. Alright, starting from the bottom left, we'll go crew supply, ground control, CBR test. ADIRs 1, 2, and 3. And from the top, we'll go engine 1. Oh wait, would help if we turn some screens on. Alright, now we've got some screens going. We'll be able to see the fire test. So we'll go engine 1 fire test. APU fire test. And engine 2. Looks good. Work our way down. It's pretty cold up here, so we'll turn some heat on. And we'll go strobe light to auto, nav light, seatbelt stay off. Smoke signs will stay in the auto. Emergency lights are armed, and everything else looks good from there. Let's get some initialization going, then we'll get some passengers and fuel. So we'll initialize Portland to Glacier Park. It's been time en route's 1 hour and 3 minutes. Let's get an ATIS. And then for weight and balance, see, our zero fuel weight today is 141.3. I remember, I never, when I plan these flights, I never do like the passenger counts. I just do zero fuel weight. Not a fan of how they do this now. Let's do. says 160. So we'll start with that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start boarding. Alright, passengers are boarding. While we wait on that, we'll do our diff strip. Actually, let's get some fuel going first. This fails, I'm never giving ideas again. Let's see. Fuel. Plane fuel today is 11.3. Cool. Got our fuel. Got our diff strip flow. AC status. Our nav database is current. Initialize. Portland to Glacier Park. We're not carrying an alternate. We are Alaska 2276. Flying a cost index of 30. And our cruising altitude is 33,000 feet. From Portland, planning to depart off 28 right. On the LAVAA 6 LAVAA transition. And then clear that out. Then from LAVAA, it's going to be direct GOGGS, which is already in there. And then Glacier Park, ILS 2. No scissors or no stars. Everything looks connected, so that's good. Secondary, can't use RadNav. Let's see, we got, is it FCA or GPI? GPI, cool. Hard tune that. On the init, we're going to wait until we get our actual zero fuel weight. Block fuel we know is going to be 11.3. We're going to throw that in there for now. Now while we wait on the rest, we'll finish setting up the airplane. Got our fuel, so we can turn the seatbelt sign on. Our fuel pumps are already on. We can go ahead and get the APU going. Print off the ATIS that we recently asked for. And then under oh, actually, I don't know if I changed that any. Yeah, still going up. So we only put in passengers, we didn't put in payload. I forgot you could do the OFP request. So now, say that the passengers, or not the passengers, but the ground crew are loading our bags. And once this is complete, we'll be able to put in our performance. And then get ready to get out of here. Let's, I don't want. That's fine. Go connect. Alright. ASA 2276. Looks good. Connect. Flight plan's already filed. Oh, hey, we got ATC in Portland. Very nice.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Cool. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items,
and we got Portland Tower, Portland Ground.
If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it,
alright, flight directors are on, constraints are on.
Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card.
Alright, so we have info delta as of 1953Z, winds are calm, 10 statute miles broken at 2,000, broken 4,000, temperature 7, dew points 1, and the altimeter is 2988. ILS runway 28 left, 28 right are in use, which means we're also departing those. Runway 3 is shortened, don't care about that. 5G nodems, also don't care. Cool. 2988. Is set. How is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing great. Welcome aboard. Try to get out of here kind of fast so we don't dilly daddle too much, since we're using Delta. Actually, I am using the Delta Smart Cars, as well as packs, Vatsim, all that good stuff. You can't because your pilot is not located there. Yeah. Just waiting on the boarding to finish. Let's listen to ATIS real quick. 2835. I'm not gonna risk it. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Who knows if it actually works or not? All right, so it's 2835. Well, shit, that's already in there. Not using Valana. I feel like sometimes those maps use up too much VRAM, and causes some of those weight and balance, some of those performance issues that we see with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Why are we not hearing ATIS? 128.35.
We're ready to go when you are.
Oh, calm one. $128.35. So what's the damn deal? That makes no sense. Try this instead. Let's go Portland Ground 21.9. Hmm. Does make sense. This should be. Yeah, we should be hearing ATIS, but I'm not hearing nothing. Alright, whatever. Let's see, 4-hour SID. Our top altitude. I don't think it says. Maintain assigned altitude, expect file 10 minutes after. Alright, well, I guess we'll just get it from ground. Alright, so zero fuel weight's 141.8. Down. Perf, well, flaps 2. Flex 45. And get our V speeds. Sweet. Everything else there looks good. 21.9. Portland ground, Alaska 2276, looking for IFR over to Glacier Park, and we've got information Delta. So the client was showing that we're transmitting. I'm not really sure why we're not hearing shit. Let's try COM 2. Client says we are on COM 2, 2835. Let's go to 21.9. Radio check. Alright, so we got them. It's just not in the right. Audio.
Boiling ground. It's boiling ground.
Alright, so we got them now. I think everything's working out. Portland ground, Alaska, 2276. Looking for IFR over to Glacier Park with information Delta.
Alaska, 2276 Portland ground. Good afternoon. Clear to Glacier Park via LAVAA, 6 departure LAVAA, Dennis file. Maintain 9,000, expect flight level 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is with Portland Tower, 118.7, squawk 1620.
What was the squawk one more time?
1620, Alaska 2276.
Alright, Alaska 2276 is cleared to Glacier Park via the LAVAA 6 LAVAA transition as filed. We'll climb to 9,000 on the initial and then expect flight level 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 118.9 and squawk is 1620. Alaska 2276.
Alaska 2276, read back correct. Expect 28 left for departure. Pushback on the Tango approved. Facing south, call for taxi.
Alright, we'll expect 28 left for departure. We'll push on the Tango and we'll face our tail to the south and we'll call you up when we're ready to taxi. Alaska 2276. Right. Sorry to leave y'all with this shitty view, just staring at the center pedestal. So whenever I do Vatsim stuff, I go to the notes and I type in everything while they're saying it, which is what I was doing. So our squawk is 1620. Initial altitude 9,000. And we are pretty much ready to go. Let's get the jetway pulled. Call pushback. And we are departing off 28 left. We have 28 right in the box. We need to switch that.
76 with service to Montana. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 3 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap.
Okay, we'll probably be nice now, Eric's back.
For departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Is this dude coming today or what? Oh, it's like we don't even have a pushback tug. Alright, so push on the Tango is approved. We are right here. And tail facing south. It wouldn't make any sense. Whatever, we'll just push out and turn our nose to the right. Alright, so let's get a little departure brief real quick. And we'll then do our before start checklist. And then get out of here. Alright, so this is a right seat takeoff. We're in a 320 Neo for tail strike avoidance. No MELs or CDLs that degrade the performance of the aircraft. One on my this will be a 2-engine taxi. Our taxi route today will be probably Tango, Bravo, Bravo 8 to 8 left, but we'll see what he gives us. If we get Tango to Bravo, then we'll have this hotspot 1 to cross. No other runways to cross. If we need to reject the takeoff, it'll be my decision to reject. We'll come to a complete stop, set the parking brake, call flight sensitive stations, analyze situation, call for any ECAM or emergency evacuation checklist as required. After V1, we'll fly the engine out procedure. We'll talk to ATC and let them vector us back over. More than likely come back over to 28 left. If we do have to come back, our max landing weight's 148.5. Our current takeoff weight will be 152.1. So we are overweight if we have to come back. And like we said, we'll probably come back to 28 left. If all goes as planned, we're going to fly the LAVAA 6 departure. Our top altitude is 9,000.
Ground, good afternoon, American.
And we're squawk in 1620.
Delta, requesting IFR to LAX.
Before start checklist all the way.
American 2681, good afternoon, Portland ground. Clear to Los Angeles International
Before start
Airport.
checklist,
Cascade 2
turn these
departure,
guys down a little bit.
transition south. Maintain 9,000, expect flight level 37010 minutes after
Column
departure.
2, why wouldn't that turn down?
Departure frequency 12435, squawk 1603.
Clear to Los Angeles via the Type 2 departure. 9,000 departure, flight level 370, expect 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 134.35.
So which damn...
And squawk 1603, American 2681.
American 2681, read back correct. Call for push on the Tango. Expect runway 28 left for departure.
First expect runway 28 left and we'll go for push, American.
I guess none of the volume knobs work in this simulator. Cool. Maintenance log and tails, onboard check, copper preps complete, gear pins, covers are removed, signs on auto, ADIRS is in nav, our fuel
Boeing 12, Portland
required
ground,
is
afternoon,
9.9 and
take
we've got 11.3 on board. Altimeter is 2988 set, EFB's checked, wind source lights are closing arm, beacons on, thrust levers is idle, parking brake is on, transponder is in auto. Before start checklist is complete. Let's get out of here.
Northwest side of the airport. They gonna be okay with you down Charlie and right on Gulf?
Yes, that'll be fine, thanks.
Charlie Gulf. Taxi to the gate. Boeing 12.
On Charlie, then right on Gulf, taxi to gate, Boeing 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the flight attendants for a safety demonstration.
Alright, and we will roll one.
When the seatbelt light is fastened, please make sure that your seatbelts are fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire flight as you may experience unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front
I just
of you.
read the part where it said you thought I was stuck wherever you last finished. Yeah, if you do it through the website, I think you are stuck, or at least it wants you to depart out where you last landed. But if you just use the little ACARS client and you bid your flights there, then you do whatever you want.
But secure your mask and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the straps in tight. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouth.
Big lag. Alright, so we got a good start on one. Let's roll number 2.
Boeing 12, looks like you missed it. So we'll go ahead and have you cross runway 3, turn right on Echo, left on Echo 5.
Damn, so we got Portland ground, Portland tower, Portland approach.
It came up as Charlie 3 for me, so
I got lucky on this one.
So, cross runway 03, turn right on Echo, left on Echo, 5.
So the next one will be Portland Tower at 18.7.
Right on, go ahead, cross 03 and right on Echo.
I think he said 18.9, but it's actually
Cross 03
18.7.
and then right on Echo.
Portland ground, good day, Airbus 61 November, radio check.
Alpha 1 Bravo 61 November, Portland ground, 5x5, how me?
5 I have 5 for Airbus 61 November.
1953Z. It's 2050, so there'll be a new ATIS coming out here shortly. Good start on 2. After start flow, engine mode select to normal, arm these spoilers, reset rudder trim, flaps 2 for takeoff, TA on the
Boeing
TCAS.
12, next cross Echo and then left in on Echo 4.
And the 0 fuel weight CG was,
Cross Echo and then left.
which in real life you would
Continue
go off
on
of
Echo,
takeoff weight
cross
CG, but we've
Foxtrot.
only got the 0 fuel weight CG to go off of, so we're doing 24.9, make that 25%. Cool, boom, boom, boom. I like it. And kill the APU. Alright. After start checklist, engine anti-ice is off, yellow ultra pump is off, rotor trim is 0, after start checklist is complete. Let's do a mini brief real quick before we start taxiing. We're going to get real busy. For a mini brief, takeoff runway is 28 left. Our gross weight is
Next left there, Boeing
153.0. Fuel on board is 11.3. Flap config 2. V
And,
speeds
you can take any
131 and 136. Looking at a
Thank
flex of 45. Initial altitude's 9,000. Standard transition in our first fix will be Kgpi. It's a weird one. Let's do flight controls check real quick. We got full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Flight controls check. It's complete. Let's get a little cinematic on this side for you guys. Whoop, pretty cool. All right, let's call for taxi. That pulled up. And in my notes,
Delta 433, get your choice on the north side, straight in on Alpha 6, cross Tango into the gate.
I don't know if that guy's going to say anything back to him. Probably smart that I get my charts pulled up too over here on the side just in case. Need to quickly glance down and take a look. Sweet.
Delta
Portland ground,
437,
Delta
Portland ground,
437
copy.
clear of runway 28 right, ready to taxi to the gates.
Delta 437, Portland ground, good afternoon. Straight across on Alpha 6, cross Kilo into the ramp.
Taxi via Alpha 6, Kilo onto the ramp. Thank you. Delta 437.
Portland ground, Alaska 2276, ready to taxi to 28 left.
Alaska 2276, taxi via Tango, Bravo, 26 left at Bravo 8.
Alright, Tango Bravo, and then short of 28 left at Bravo 8 for Alaska 2276. He said 26 left. It's 28 left, bro. Alright, so what is that? Let's see. Tango, and then straight at Bravo. Okay. We'll give it a shot. Brakes released. Here we go. Before takeoff flow.
Airbus 61 November, request the clearance to contact.
Airbus City above 61 November.
Flight attendants, please
Squawk
take off.
1623. Expect left traffic, runway 28 left. call for push.
Airbus 61 November, gonna squawk 1623.
Alright, before takeoff checklist to the line, gross weight comparisons, complete pitch trim, 25% CG set, V1, VR, V2, flex is 131, 132, 136, flex 45. Get that put back in the box. Flaps 2. Flight instruments are checked, flight controls are checked, EQ memo, takeoff all green. ECOM status is checked. Predictive wind shear is on auto. TCAS code set to TARA. Cabin crews advised. Mini briefs complete. Before takeoff checklist to the line is complete.
Ground Express 11, good day, Alpha 6.
Hello. This is Lufthansa
Left
flight.
filling station, Portland ground.
Yes, Express 11 exiting 28 right on Alpha 6.
Ah, marvelous. 141, you want to go straight into the gate? That'd be okay with you? Right on Alpha, just go straight on Alpha 6.
Straight ahead on Alpha 6 and gate on there. Thank you.
Du bist eine. Spricht die Deutsche, ja. Oh man. 42 minutes into this thing and we're still not off the ground yet. That's why I was trying to get this thing going pretty quick. Because stuff can drag out. Trying a new drink today. It's the Truly Margaritas. Pretty good. It's 5.3 alcohol percentage. I'm currently drinking the mango chili.
Alaska 2276, contact Portland Tower 118.7. Have a great flight to the loop.
Over to Tower and 18.7. Thank you for all your help today and have a great day. Alaska 2276. Alright, 18.7. Let's go 18.7 and the next one's going to be 24.35. God, all the scrolling. Portland Tower, Alaska 2276, short 28 left, ready to take off.
Alaska 2276, Portland Tower, hello to you. I hope you are doing well. Wind calm, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff.
Doing great down here. Hope you're doing well as well. And clear to take off runway 28 left, Alaska 2276.
Thank you.
Alright, here we go. Lights, camera, action. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. Had this controller last time. It's a nice dude. Here we go. And man, flex, SRS runway, auto thrust, blue. Neutral by 100. Stutter messed me up. Then we got positive rate, gear up. Disarm spoilers. Get the engine any ice on.
Alaska 2276, it is your lucky day. Departures online, contact now 12435. See ya.
Over to departure on 124.35, Alaska 2276. Have a great day. Alright, acceleration altitude, nosing down, positive turn on airspeed, thrust climb. Let's go autopilot on before we get too busy. departure Alaska 2276 is 27.28, climbing of 9,000 on the LAVAA 6 departure.
Alaska 2276, port departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000.
Up to 15,000 for Alaska 2276. Alright, 15,000. Little backlights going on. Alright, and I did go flaps up while we were talking to him, so we'll go after takeoff checklist. Landing gear is up, flaps retracted, lead packs are set, and APU is off after takeoff checklist is complete.
Modern approach, that's 74, information Delta.
Express 074, port approach for low, squawk 1662.
1662.
Express 171, turn left, heading 360.
Man, nothing beats Microsoft Flight Simulator when it comes to the scenery. That's why they call it the Microsoft.
Express 074, port
Microsoft Flight
radar
Scenery
contact.
Simulator, something like that.
You can expect ILS 28 right.
Security right.
Cool. Back to the chat we go. Have I ever told you my wife was crazy? She just called me and rambled for 20 minutes. I have no idea what it was all about. Sounds like a woman to me, if you ask me. My girlfriend will do the same. Oh, Seattle ground is on. Hopefully they'll still be on when we get over there. I really don't drink anymore. I got all my drinking out of my system in the military. Yeah, I've never been like a big drinker. Even like, I don't think I've ever really been.
Express 171, turn
all
left,
that
heading
drunk a whole lot.
310.
I've
Join the
been
28
tipsy
right.
quite a bit. I've gotten drunk a few times, but never been like a heavy drinker, just kind of a social drinker. Hence, I enjoy having a drink whenever I'm streaming and hanging out with you guys. Draw that range out. Keep this one close. So far, so good. Haven't had any issues yet with LNAV. We're above 10,000, so let's turn the landing lights off, ding the flight attendants.
Express 171, 7 miles from ONSEA, maintain 4,000. Till established on the localizer. Cleared ILS 28 right.
Cleared ILS 28 right.
We are above, looks like most of the clouds and icing conditions.
Alaska 2276, leaving my airspace. Seattle is closed, radar service terminated. Frequency change approach, good day.
And we'll jump over to Unicom. Thank you for all your help today, and have a good one, Alaska 2276. Alright. 22.
And Express 171, contact port and tower 118.7, goodbye.
Cool, we're on Unicom. It's all up to us now. Alright, we'll keep that climb going up to our final of 33,000 feet. Thrust climb, open climb. Man, that's pretty. Actually, when I first started drinking, that was my go-to, because I hadn't acquired the taste for beer yet. So I used to, like, when I first started drinking, way back in the day, like a solid, I don't know how long ago, 12 years ago, something like that. I started drinking at 20. Unlike a lot of my friends that started much younger. That's what I started with, was Mike's Hard Lemonade. And then it's like, I gotta be a man. I gotta learn how to acquire the taste for beer. So ended up drinking, how country folks are, Busch Light and all that good stuff. Not anymore. The hell with that piss water stuff. Now for me, it's all about the IPAs and the double IPAs. Get that nice, weedy, hoppy beer flavor. Heavy on the alcohol percentage. You don't have to spend as much money. Get it done with that little buzz going, and then call it a day. All right, the transition altitude. We'll go standard, standard, and standard. 1, 2, 3. We're out the gate now for 19 minutes. One thing I love about the fly-by-wire versus some of the other airplanes on X-Plane is we have a working ATSU, and we can check our UI times. So if we want to do that, we'll go over to the init page. Come over, we were out at 2047 and off at 2059. So far, we've been airborne for 7 minutes. It's a nice little feature to have. Use it a lot in real life. Pilots log their time. They'll refer to the ACARs. Also, company needs that info as well, obviously. A beer is an acquired taste that I have never acquired. Yeah, it took me a long time. Same with coffee too. I used to drink coffee with all that creamer and milk stuff in it, and all my coworkers in the dispatch office would get mad because obviously, like, when you gotta go to the bathroom, somebody needs to watch your desk. You got planes that are flying, you got to be, advising airplanes of, turbulence and thunderstorms and etc. So you can't just leave your airplanes, off to fend for themselves while you go use the bathroom. Well, on the morning shift, my circadian rhythm is not at all a morning person. So, drank a lot of coffee, had a lot of creamer, which meant a lot of bathroom breaks. For 1 cup of coffee, I could probably go to the bathroom 5 times. Pretty sure I'm lactose intolerant. Whereas now that I've tried to become a real man, plus drink higher quality, better coffee like Black Rifle, now I'll drink my coffee black, and for 1 cup, I'll go to the bathroom 1 time. And my coworkers are a lot happier because now they're not watching my desk 5 times. Engineering access off. Cool. Thought I didn't turn it off. There's a lot going on the Seattle ground. Surely hope that they'll be on when we make our way back. It was so funny. Since you say that you never acquired the taste for coffee either. I hated coffee for like the bulk of my life. And when I was shipping out for basic, my dad told me, my dad was in the Navy, my dad told me, he's like, yeah, I hated coffee too until I joined the military, and I learned to love coffee real quick. Well, even for me, I still hated coffee, even once going through the military. It wasn't until dispatch school that I started forcing myself to drink coffee. Because again, I'm not a morning person. Dispatch school, had to be in class 8 in the morning, or maybe actually 7 in the morning. I was always struggling. And I had this girl in my class who was from the Pacific Northwest, like we're flying today. She was from Washington State. And they're real big on little coffee shops up there. So I drank some coffee black, and I was like ready to puke. And she's like, no, you gotta put creamer and sugar in it, da da da. By the time that we finally concocted some coffee that was, I don't know, good enough that I liked it, it looked like mud. It was not coffee anymore. And yeah, I would drink that to try to force myself to stay awake, because the way I saw it, It's like this is supposed to be my career that I'm embarking on, and if I can't stay awake through school and learn this stuff, then I'm gonna screw myself. And school for dispatch is only 5 weeks. So it's like, stay awake for 5 weeks, hammer it out, get a good career going, it'll be good. So thanks to Dallas, which is the girl I was referencing, started drinking coffee, and thanks to Black Rifle for making delicious roasts. Now I can drink my coffee black. I mean, there's other brands I would drink black too, but their stuff's really good. I'm a light roast kind of guy. A lot of people will commonly mistake that the darker the roast, the more caffeine it's got. That is incorrect. The longer you roast the bean, the more caffeine you lose, and therefore I like to drink light roasts. Black Rifle's got a silencer smooth that is a light roast, and it is so good. The aftertaste is really good. It's not all bittery and all that shit. And then they have a medium roast that is it's coffee with a hint of chocolate. Throw like one Splenda in that thing. Oh my god, it is so good, so good. My caffeine intake though is probably 7 times more than what a doctor would want me on. Let's see. Love the smell. I've tried many times to drink it. I hated the smell of cigarettes. Working on the flight deck, 14 to 17 hour shifts, you rarely could get breaks to go eat, but you could go smoke. Yeah, isn't that funny? That's something that pisses me off. Like a lot of jobs allow people to take smoke breaks, but like you can go take 10 minutes to go smoke a cigarette, but if you wanted to take 10 minutes to go take a quick little nap in your truck to like rebound yourself, no, can't do that. So I picked up the nasty habit and haven't been able to kick it since. Yeah, I've got a lot of friends, a lot of Navy friends who were the same. One of my best friends, she was a forward controller in the Navy, would deploy with the Marines, calling airstrikes and stuff, and she picked up the habit as well and still hasn't been able to kick it. Well, so far, ride's been pretty smooth. Curious to see what's going to happen with the rides once we get out to higher terrain. So for now, let's kill the seatbelt sign, let our passengers get up, move around. Why ain't the buttons to bring up packs working?
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we
now we're going to start catching some bumps if we turn the seatbelt sign off. Should have resized this. Can't even move it. We are mostly full flight today. You can already see our destination is starting to come into view. Pretty short flight, just an hour and 3 minutes. Should be a pretty approach. We'll be taking the ILS to runway 2. Glacier Park sits pretty close to a bunch of mountains. As you can see, we got mountainous terrain all over the place. So we'll come over here to GOGGS at 9,000 feet, start the approach. We'll be coming in over all this mountainous terrain and then land at this airport that sits down in the valley. See what the highest peak. So these are obstacles. And the way, if I remember correctly from dispatch school, is the way you tell the highest peak is either going to be this little arrow right here, or the dot is bigger. I think it's this arrow. So the highest peak will be off at hour 1 to 2 o'clock, 7,422 feet. So terrain will definitely be a factor, and it sucks that we don't have terrain on the Indy on this airplane. Alright, there's 32. Got 1,000 to go. What do you mean by that? Mate, you got some pretty orange people already. And while I wait for you to reply, I'm gonna grab another drink. What flavor to try now? How about strawberry hibiscus? So, EQ, you're already aware, but for everybody else, took my dog in today. My girlfriend is a vet tech at a cancer care clinic for animals, and she wanted to do some precautionary blood work, just to routinely check on our dogs and that kind of stuff. And oh, okay, yeah, went right over my head. So I took my dog in today as well as her dog, and we found out today that my dog has a cancerous tumor under her flank, which is kind of right where the leg joins the torso, upper body, I guess, kind of underside. So tomorrow morning, got to get up. Actually, my girlfriend's going to take her to work with her, and they're going to put her under anesthesia, cut it out, send it off for testing, and find out if it's a grade 1, 2, or 3 tumor. If it's grade 1 or 2, it's not a big deal. I'll be cut out. We'll just have to be very alert and always check her for new tumors. Now that we know she's susceptible to cancerous tumors, plus she's kind of a bigger dog, fat dog. She's 51% boxer, which boxers are very prone to cancer as well, so that makes it even worse. So we'll just have to stay very vigilant. As long as it's a grade 1 or 2, if it's a grade 3, then I'll have to do chemo and all that stuff. So hopefully tomorrow goes well. They'll get it all cut out. Hope. And that's the crazy thing too, is like my girlfriend is going to be doing surgery on my dog, with my dog's life in her hands. And between all of us, in some ways, my dog's more important. Y'all don't tell my girlfriend I said that. So, anyways, hopefully everything goes good tomorrow. Hopefully we get info back that she's got a grade 1 or a grade 2 and won't be a big deal and won't be life-threatening. But I guess we'll see. She's laying on the couch right now, snoring like she always does. She snores like a damn man. This is another thing I love about Microsoft Flight Simulator. They got rain shafts out there. Either rain shafts or snow showers. Either way, you ain't got that next plane. Next plane looks blech. This truly strawberry hibiscus. It's quite good. Definitely better than Mike's Hard Lemonade. That's for sure. Maybe that's what you should do, man. Maybe go to the store, get some of these truly margarita drinks, and get your wife a little tipsy, and maybe she'll stop rambling about dumb shit, and maybe have some fun once the kiddos get put down. At least that's what I always tried to do. It doesn't hardly ever work. So let's check on our orange people. And see, I actually have never even noticed that or paid any attention or ever cared. But now that you've pointed that out to me, I guess orange people is not great. There's one. So I guess that means they're alright. They're somewhat hungry, somewhat tired. Ooh, they got their seatbelt off. They're supposed to have that on when they're seated. So this person, very hungry, very thirsty. These damn flight attendants need to do their stuff. Can I tell them? Can I make them do it? I don't think so. And ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude of 33,000 feet. Looking at an on-time departure, we'll be coming into some mountainous terrain, expecting some really nice views on the descent. Let's see, we should be on the ground in roughly 30-35 minutes. And as always, we want to thank you for flying Alaska. Sit back and relax, and we'll give you another briefing as we get closer to our top descent. Let's see, we should be on the ground in roughly 30-35 minutes. And as always, we want to thank you for flying Alaska. Sit back, relax, and we'll give you another briefing as we get closer to our top descent. Yes. I don't know how much y'all care to hear PAX, but some people find it cool to talk. The only thing that sucks though is you have to hear me say it and then say it again. Ooh, sweet. So Glacier Park is in Salt Lake Center, and Salt Lake Center is online. So we'll get ATC coming in, unless they quit. I hate the engine sounds. Well, there's not so much cloud coverage, we won't be able to see stuff until we're down low. I have had most of the passengers red once. Not my fault. It's all at the hands of Flybywire, right? So when you did the Delta announcements, where'd you get your Delta announcements from? Like what was giving you Delta announcements? As far as I know, the only way I can get Delta announcements is through doing, like through PAX with like a, I don't know, custom sound for the Delta briefing or whatever. So, just in case any of y'all have any sort of performance issues, a little workaround. I don't know how well it works. It seems like it's been a little bit better than normal. That I found on the internet is that when you load up the Flybywire, and this is predominantly for the Flybywire, but when you load up the Flybywire, you want to go into, like, load up at the gate, go into developer mode, turn it on, go in developer mode, go to Windows, and then just hit load for aircraft selection, and that will make the airplane load back up. Then you have to like reconfigure the airplane for a cold and dark or whatever, however you want to do it. But doing that, it's like it reloads the flight planning system that's inside the Flybywire, and it makes it a little bit. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. And it gives you a little bit better performance, supposedly. I'm trying that. We'll see. Also, for those of you who know what my setup looks like, I have the big ultra wide 49-inch monitor. Well, I took that, put it on top, put the however big this one is, 32-inch monitor, put it on the bottom, because I think I get better frame rates with the bottom one, and it's by far better picture quality too. So Now I got the big one on top, small one on bottom. Looks kind of weird, but I actually kind of like it because I have OBS, I've got Vatastic and SimBrief here, I've got YouTube here, I've got my utilities over here. Well, we got the flight sim on one. I don't have to worry about trying to move like OBS shit around to get everything within view. Just make it the monitor, quick and easy. But yeah, so the Delta client, I think I turned mine off. Where do we go? Sound. Yeah, I turned mine stuff down because it, for me, my issue predominantly over like any of the airline stuff is, like I'm okay with the flight attendant announcements. Maybe I'll try that next leg. Actually, I'm gonna do this on the next leg. I'm gonna turn on the flight attendant announcements, and I'm going to turn off PAX sound, and we'll give that a shot. I'm just curious, because I don't think I've done that, and I'm curious to see how it sounds. So, thank you for that. I'm going to do it. Actually, let's bring that back. Put it back where it goes. Up here. Farmland down there. Rio, if you're watching, what are you doing? You at work or are you off work? Man, this, I really do wish, like, I want to use Volanta, because I like how you can overlay your flight plan in Volanta, and then it's in the, like, it's overlaid with Vatsim, like controlled airspace, and then you can see like at what fix do you cross into their airspace. But I'm pretty sure it uses up quite a bit of VRAM. There is somebody on Vatsim with a call sign of Hooters. It's fun and flirty. Look at that. Hooters. Brendan Riviera. Home base Tampa. Interesting. Let's see. Microsoft Flight Sim now needs to implement the rain/snow blast off the runways from the engines. They sort of do. I don't know if you've seen my intro. There is some snow effect. I don't think it's necessarily from the engines, because it wasn't until the airplane starts moving that you start seeing the snow effect. But yes, I agree with you. Definitely need that. They need to team up with what was that company? There's a company for Prepared that does like the engine mist and the vapor over the wings when it's like humid and stuff. And they even make it true to like atmospheric conditions, where if you're taking off out of Vegas and it's hot and dry, obviously you're not going to have wing condensation. But if you're taking off out of LaGuardia and it's cold and wet, you have a lot of wing condensation and engine mist and vapor trails and all that stuff. They did a really good job at that. Microsoft Flight Sim needs to team up with those folks and do some more of that. I think mine is set to Ultra, because I try to keep the stuff on that really matters, like textures and clouds, stuff that like you're really gonna see. I try to leave all that at Ultra. Rio at Flaps 121 says, "Yo, I am off work, getting a few things in order, then I'm flying as well, boss. I was trying to find Kgpi airport payware or freeware so I can join you." Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm using payware. I don't think I can. Rio, I can send you a link in the in the Discord if you want. If you want to go to Discord. So you can have it. I got mine from probably Sim Market. Sim Markets. I think Captain Shaquille Mill is flying the night. If he is, I might beg my girlfriend to let me fly with him. She'll let me. Probs not. She wants to hang out. Downloads. Yeah, okay. Cool. So Rio, I'm gonna send you a link into Discord on your Zulu Shaka channel, and so you can get the Kgpi, Glacier Park International Airport. Cool. So Rio, on your Discord Zulu Shaka one, I sent you the link with some instructions on how to buy it and download it and get it into your folder. Also, Rio, so that you know which one. So here's my community folder. Here's the VREF Kgpi folder. You want to make sure that when you, because it's going to come in a different way, like it's going to come with a folder titled like this, and then once you go into it, it's going to have it again saying VREF Kgpi Glacier 1.3. You want to take that folder that says VREF Kgpi Glacier 1.3 and put that folder in, not the one that's like when you click on it, it takes you to just another folder that says the same thing. You want to be able to click on the folder and then C, content info, scenery, etc. And that's when you know you have the right one. If you click on the folder and you see this stuff, you've got the right one. Take that folder, put it in your community folder, and you're good to go. Because it definitely tricked me. Before the stream, I was making sure that like my sceneries worked, and I went to my backup community folder, grabbed it, put it in, started up, didn't work. I found out that I went and clicked on the folder, and there was another folder within the folder that was the actual scenery, and that was the problem. So, alright, let's see how close we are. We're close enough that this is saying to put in the weather. We are 141 miles out, so we'll start descending in about the next 20, maybe 10, let's do 110 miles. So we got another 40 miles to go, then we'll come down. Let's put in our arrival info. Let's see. Aviationweather.gov. Kgpi. It was snowing its ass off this morning in Glacier. Ooh, yeah, this will be a fun one. Winds are 030 at 20, gusting 32, 10 statute miles, overcast at 5500. Temperature is -11, dew point -20, altimeter 3010. So it's going to be a gusty one, which I like. Make it challenging. At 20, temperature -11. Oh wait. 030, I didn't put the slash, 20. And then the altimeter is 3010. Alright, so let's pull up, let's do our little arrival brief. Real quick, so we have no star. Yeah, I hate when that happens too. It's a huge pain in the ass. Range being sucked into the engines off the runways. Yeah, that would be an awesome one. They kind of had that same effect too. Instead of actually rain though, it was like you know when they spoil the engines up, you get that little vapor tornado kind of looking thing. They had that, and that's pretty sweet. But for me, like I always fly inside the cockpit, so I would never see it or notice. But it's good for like replays and shit. Let's see. So for the ILS runway 2, the frequency is 111.5. Final approach course is 20 degrees. Final approach fix is hot roux at 5,800 feet MSL. Our decision altitude is 3166, which is 200 feet off the ground. Touchdown zone elevation is 2966. Missed approach, we're going to climb to 4,100 feet, then a climbing left turn to 12,000 on a 190 heading. I ain't going to worry about the rest of that stuff, because I'm not instrument rated pilot. If, let's see, our glide slope is 30 degrees, which is standard. We got approach lights, PAPI on the left, and again, 4,100, climb left turn 12,000 on 190 heading. The minimums for this approach for a standard cap 1 is 200 foot ceilings, half-mile viz. We're looking beautiful on the weather, so no issues there. On runway 2, where are you at? Runway 2, we have Heinz's runway lights, approach lights, PAPI on the left, 30-degree glide slope, it's grooved, and from the glide slope we have 8,035 feet of usable runway. It's 150 feet wide. Special little notes here, you have to activate the lights on 124.55. That's a real life thing, can't do that in a sim, so nobody cares. Again, ILS 2, and we will probably just turn down, that's controlled, so we'll just probably go all the way down to Bravo 2. Bravo 2, Bravo, cross 30, and then Bravo 5 to the ramp. Cool. Any questions? Throw it in the chat. It is an ILS. We'll arm the ILS push buttons. And we'll go auto brake low. Not liking the stutters. Performance, everything in there should be good. Might put our minimums back in there. Yeah, 200 foot ceilings. I'll say 5. Yep. Cool. And let's see how far out are we? Prague. Just Straight line, 107 miles. Let's bring her down. Let's come down to 9,000, which is the altitude at whatever that fix is. And let's come down. We'll start at 2,200. So we're starting out just a tad late. Flight plan. GOGGS, that's the one. Giggity goggity. See how far until yeah, you can type. All you gotta do is type stutters. Type right here in the little scratch pad. You click there, then you can type all you want. And when you're done, click it again. Makes life a little easier. Stiff. 4:42, making pretty good time. Oh, dude, Salt Lake Center, jump off. Yes, I knew it. I knew they were gonna get off before we got in their airspace. Bastards. Alright, while we're coming down, I'm going to run and use the bathroom real quick, and we'll get right back at it. Well, look at that. Oh, God. So the other part that's really going to suck and make this challenging is, we got all this cloud coverage with no terrain to be displayed on the ND. So not slamming into a mountain will be a little tricky. Text my boy Rio real quick. Oh, yeah. So left on the route is 78 miles. We're currently at 24,000. Keep it conservative. Ooh. So I'm kind of hoping that, I mean, in a way I'm hoping, in a way I'm not. Like, kind of hoping to move to the Denver area with the whole merger thing. That would be, I think, a lot of fun. Really cold. But man, I love the mountains. I love it out west, cowboy culture. Went to a rodeo the other day. It was a lot of fun. Couldn't find a seat though. It was sold out, indoor arena. Nowhere to sit. Let's see what Shaq's doing tonight on his flying. Let's see if I can join him. Right. Yeah, so he was gonna do Sydney to Auckland, but in his Discord he put out a little thing today that he picked up an extra shift tomorrow, so he can't do a 3-hour flight. Therefore, he's gonna do something shorter. I'm gonna text him and see what he's planning on doing, and maybe I can jump in with him. Did he send the money or not? Trying to send his wife some money for a second shirt. Found a couple shirts from him with his logo.
We have begun our final descent into Montana. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Alright, 49 miles out, 15,000. Slow our rate of descent just a little bit. Conservative 1,500 feet per minute. Descend. Let's get that engine anti-ice on. Hurry up, A380. Yeah, that'd be a sick airplane. I've never flown a 380 in a flight sim before. Let's see what we got. Updated 3010 is still the altimeter. $30.10. didn't go through. Ugh, suck. PayPal. Done. Want my shirts? Shaq's a good dude. It thought it'd be fun to rep his merch on my channel to the whole 5 people that watch. Alright, so we got GOGGS coming up in 13 miles. We need to get down a couple thousand feet, so let's steepen that descent. Oh, we got some mountains in sight. That's good. 9,000 feet alt star. Level off here. And we should start picking up the ILS as we get close to GOGGS. I want to take off from LAX before work, get up to cruise, go to work, come home, then land. Going to man, a lot of people do that all the time. I've never been one, just because, you know, computers eat up a lot of electricity, and if I'm not at my computer, I try to have it off to lower electrical costs, because, you know, cost of living be higher than hell these days. Plus, my girlfriend and my roommate come at me whenever the electricity bill's high. They're like, oh, I wonder why. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I'm only here half the time compared to y'all. Maybe I should kick y'all out the house. And of course, we're below 10,000. Turn the lights on. Should have done that a hot minute ago. Turn the seatbelt sign on. Track it on the lantern. Yeah.
The flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat and
You
fasten
could do the
seatbelt.
Let's go approach. Arm the approach. People are always home in my house. I bet that electricity. Well, I don't know what y'all's electricity costs would be like compared to Florida. Yeah, high as hell down here. You could probably download the oh my god, what's it called? The Heavy Division 787 mod. It's kind of like Flybywire. It's not as developed, but you could use that to get from, you know, do your long haul flights. What's the other one? There's a mod for the 7.4 as well. What's it called? Heavy Division 787 and the Salty 747. Ooh, weather updated. Lost a bit of winds. Or lost the airspeed, I mean. Alright, got the airport in sight. Glide slope star. Let's pull speed. Arm the approach. Damn it, activate the approach, not arm it. You are activated. Glide slope. Now the trick is, because we're fast, slowing down, let's throw out a little bit of spoilers. Yes, you do need the default 787. Yeah, I don't know if you have that or not. Miles. Struggling to slow down. So if we go around, we are climbing to 4,100 feet, then left turn to 12,000 on a 190 heading. So let's go 190, just in case we can't slow down. Should be slow enough now that we can drop our gear down, arm spoilers. Let's go ahead and go manage speed.
$2,500.
Might be going around, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think it's that much to go from the standard to the deluxe. The whole deluxe itself was like $120, whereas the standard was $30. I mean $60. So maybe another 60 at most. We got flaps 1. Let's ding those flight attendants.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Glacier Park traffic, Alaska 2276 is on a 5-mile final ILS runway to Glacier Park. There is flap 2 speed. Don't think we're going to be able to make it, y'all. We're going to probably have to go around. Oh, so yeah, it's probably another 30 bucks or so. Oh, there we go. There's flaps 3 speed. It's gonna be close.
1,000.
Flaps full. Landing checklist. Cabin crews advised. Auto speed. Auto brakes low. ECAM memo. Landing all green. Landing checklist complete. Alright, we're looking good. Actually got slowed down. My airplane.
$500.
There's the gusts.
500. 400. 100 above. 'Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5.
Spoilers, reverse green, decel. braking. That was pretty easy. Yeah, man, it really is, isn't it? My girlfriend and I want to come here sometime for vacation.
Montana. The local time is 3:01 p.m. and it's currently about 12 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices.
Cold
Please
as
remain
hell.
seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again soon.
Alright, so we're going to hang out right here. Glacier Park traffic, Alaska 2276, clear runway 2, Glacier Park. Alright. Really didn't think we were going to slow down enough. Thought for sure we'd be going around. So Rio, how's it coming along on the lens is still checked. Oh, is it still on? Interesting, 'cause it's not even showing like in the little taskbar drop down thingamajig. That must be like Google. What landing rate did he give me? Because it looks like my little overlay's not working. So I thought I had it on. Didn't. Alright, Rio, so I am parking at gate 2 for your reference. Just a sec, I'll look and see if gate, I think it's going to be gate 3 to my right. It should be, right? But you never know. So I'll look and see, and so you'll know where to spawn. Jetbridge is going to be real close. Oh yeah, it will still show on Valenta if I'm on Vatsim. So Rio, yeah, you'll want to spawn at gate 3. I'm at gate 2. Cool. Parking brake set. Not showing. That's right, because it's a different deal. All right, jetway. Power. These guys, and we'll kill 2, then 1. TA, beacon, parking or seatbelt sign, fuel pumps. Cool. And we'll go external power, APU off. And let's see what Delta gave us. Oh, there we go. Touchdown at negative 43 feet per minute. We were pitching 5 degrees, roll of 1 degree at 112 knots. Cool, I'll take it. We'll file this one. And I'm gonna make a quick phone call over to the girlfriend real quick. She's on her way to the gym, and get my next flight plan regenerated. Wow, look at that. That's realistic. And I'm gonna be right back with you guys. Also give Rio some time to get into the mix. Stand by, we'll be right back with you. Yes, we are back. Pick us out a random 320 because I don't care which one it is. We're flying at 34,000 feet on this leg. And old SimBrief says our route's going to be this. Cool, that's taken care of. I guess that leaves PAX. Let's see what PAX said on the last one. Those stupid buttons aren't working. Yeah, F1. Why ain't you working? Let's see. In flight. 320. Da da da. Ooh, we were actually under blocks. That's cool. Made it 2 minutes faster. 160 passengers. They were satisfied. 92%. Soft landing. And our total block time was 1 hour and 17 minutes. Would have been nice to eat during the flight. I'd be recommending. Cool. Well, I don't know about your eating, sir, because that has nothing to do with me. That's the flight attendants. Not my problem. This is what happens if you're drunk. I see another Alaska airplane spawned over here at gate 1 Bravo. Rio, is this you or is this somebody else? Alaska 2028. I need to reconnect mine actually. We'll disconnect, and we are on this flight, Alaska 2095. Cool. Let's see, let's get the little one. There we go. Now we got our little overlay. Let's file the flight plan. Sweet. You can see Rio. It's gonna make this a lot more fun. So Rio, I'll put were you able to download Glacier Park? And I'll send you, well, I'm sure SimBrief's going to pull up the same route and everything, so I guess you don't really need my details of the route and stuff. I am planning to land on 3-4, right? Pull up the charts. That's probably going to be more departure, so we need to do 3-4 left. Let's see. Put that in a minute. So Rio, I'm ready to start setting up the airplane as long as you are too. I don't want to wait around too long, but I can hang out for a minute, give you some more time if you need it. I mean, you should be fine because it looks like you're correctly placed at the airport anyways. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start setting up. I am on Unicom 122.8. If you need to holler at me, you can holler at me on there. So as always, we'll start with a little initialization. Lynette. Glacier Park to Seattle, hour and 10 minutes en route. We're flying a little bit higher on this leg. Weight and balance. OFP request. Start the boarding. Let's get packs going. Actually, let's go close. Yes, let's redo that. Menu, start, this. Ta-da. Yeah, can serve. Okay. Cool. And we're going to turn
2028, ready, set.
Sir, we got you 4x4. It's a little faint, but I can still hear you.
4x4 copies.
Alright, so the passengers are boarding. Let's go initialize. Looks good. Flight plan, Kgpi, departing off runway 2. On the Kili 1 and the Echo transition. Insert. Seattle, arrival. ILS 34 left. Glacier 1 and the TEMPL train. Oh, this is for the approach. Let's see, plates. Let's see for left. Let's see, what do we got to choose from? Sonder is here. Let's go yeah, let's go Sonder. And then on the TEMPL transition, insert. Back to legs, look for any discons. Got one here, that's okay, we expect it. We'll clear that out and then join. Got a discon here, that's okay, because that's for vectors onto the approach. We'll leave that. Secondary we can't use, RadNav. Let's do GPI. And then SEA. Got those hard tuned. Looks good. Let's go ahead and cross check our frequency. We've got 110.75, 344. Don't think we can change this. Nope. Is it still wanting to use 2 from the inbound? Runway 2. And we've got 3-4 left in there. Let's see. Come back over to our ATSU. AOC menu. Weight and balance. Everybody's done. So we're looking at 0 fuel weight 130.1. Let's get fueled up. Fuel today on this flight we're looking at 12.8. We are carrying an alternate. It's going to fuel us up to 13. Couldn't get 12.8, so put that in there. 0 fuel weight in the CG is in there as well. It's 24.4. I like it. We'll zero this out. Reserve fuel 2.8. She goes about 45 minutes. Perfect. I'm getting these little. It's weird. So we're going to flaps 2. Toga on this one due to the terrain and the snow and the runway. 127, 128. and 132. Flight directors, come on, constraints. Flight directors, constraints. Let's see, on this SID, top altitude. Wrong one. Signed by ATC. So let's do 12,000. It's in there. Cool. And everything looks good. Let's go ahead and start the... wait till the passengers are done, then we'll start the APU. Actually, no, let's go ahead and start the APU. And then we'll do our departure brief. Alrighty, so for the departure brief, hello again. Gotta feed the dogs. Alright, let's see. This will be a right seat takeoff as always. It's an aircraft 320neo for tailstrike avoidance, and there's no MELs or CDLs that degrade the performance of the aircraft. It'll be a 2-engine taxi. And for our taxi routes, it's going to be real quick and short, so we'll do most of our stuff after the pushback. For the taxi route today, looking at Bravo 5, Bravo 8, short of 2. So we'll push out and get most of our other stuff done. Rio sounds good. Let's see. Departing off runway 2, terrain is a factor, weather's not a factor. No hot spots, no runways to cross. If we need to reject the takeoff before V1, it'll be my decision to reject. We'll come to a complete stop, set the parking brake, call flights and stations. We'll analyze the situation, and we'll call for any ECAM actions or emergency evacuation checklist as required. If we have any emergency procedures after V1, we'll fly the engine out procedure, which will... I don't even know what it's going to be, but we'll just try our best not to die and hit a mountain. We'll speed up, clean up. Our engine out altitude today is 1,500 feet. Takeoff weight is planned at 142. Our max is 148, so we are under max landing weight. If we need to come back, and landing runway will be runway number 2. If all goes as planned, we'll fly the Kili 3 departure. Top altitude is 12,000 feet, and we're squawking. Let's squawk 2,000 just in case we run into any ATC. Still waiting on those passengers to finish boarding up. So I'm going to run over and go feed the dogs real fast, and we'll be right back with you. Alright, dogs are fed. I'll take them out in a little bit. Sounds like the passengers are done boarding up. APU's on, it's been on for over 3 minutes. Turn on the APU bleed. External power come off. Fuel pumps. Beacon line. Let's close and lock them doors. Pull the jet bridge. Not sure if those. Yeah, they're still. Go on, get out the way. Seems like a lot of this, the pushback's not really working much anymore. I wonder if there's an update. Jesus. Alright, so this is grayed out. Not really sure why. Waiting on this to. I don't know if they're waiting on these doors to close or what. Parking brakes on.
Cockpit to ground.
There we go.
This is ground.
Holy
Stand
moly.
by.
Alright, before start, checklist all the way. Maintenance log and tail is onboard and check. Copper paps complete. Gear pins covers removed. Signs are on and auto. ADR's nav. Fuel, we're looking at a required fuel of 11.6. We've got 13 on board. After that, altimeter's 3010 is set. Windows, doors, and slides are closed and armed. Beacons on. There's idle. Parking brake is on. Transponder. Transponder is in auto. Before start checklist is complete.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
Oh yeah.
Standing by for pushback.
Alright, brakes are released. Clear to push.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
There we go. Alright, we are pushing back. Let's roll. Numero uno. And so Rio, I'll push out and then I'll pull forward so that you have room to push out. Doing, baby girl? You can come in here. No, there is a feature where they do not have to lift. Yeah, I think so. I've never really cared about it either way. It's always just kind of been whatever. pulled forward. So we stay out of Rio's way, let him get pushed back. Got a good start on 1, we'll roll number 2. Brake set.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set.
Alright, Rio, we're watching you, so watch your pushback.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position, waiting for the visual.
Yeah, I can see the
Thank you
dog.
and goodbye.
See, as soon as I stop petting her, she looks back. I can see her eyeballs. Ooh, see her real push back. That's cool. Oh, this poor baby's got a cancer tumor. Gotta go get that cancer tumor taken off tomorrow. Alright. We have a, sounds like a good start on number 2. Or, yeah, number 2. We do. So, after start flow, engine mode selected to normal, on the spoilers, reset rudder trim, flaps 2 for takeoff, TCAS to TA, trim the airplane up just a little bit, get that backlight on, and we can kill the APU. From here, we'll do the after start checklist. After start checklist, engine anti-ice is off, yellow pump is off, rudder trim 0, after start checklist is complete. Mini brief. Our takeoff runway is runway 2. Our gross weight is 143.0. Fuel on board 13,000 even. Flap config 2. V speeds looking at 127, 132. Flex, no flex. Initial altitude 12,000 feet. Standard transition, and our first fix is, what the hell? Oh, I hit the number lock. First fix is going to be Ksea, I guess. That's how you say that. I don't know. Alright. Flight controls check. We got full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. And neutral. Flight controls check is complete before takeoff flow. Is that not on? There we go. Cool. Cabin.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Alright. We're good to go. Glacier Park, traffic, Alaska 2095, taxiing to runway 2, departing the airspace to the west. Glacier Park. So you can see Rio back there. Yeah, he's back here. He does have a little different scenery, so he might look a little different than us. It's no big deal. Clear on the left, clear on the right.
Hey there, Glacier Park traffic, Alaska 2028, taxiing for runway 02 to Glacier Park.
Oh, that accent's just so sexy. Alright, before takeoff checklist below the line, or to the line, gross weight compared to complete pitch trim is 24.4% CG set, V1 VRP2 flex is 127, 128, 132, no flex. Flaps 2, flight controls, or flight check, flight controls checked, ECM memo takeoff all green, ECM status is checked, wind shear is on auto, TCAS code set, TARA, cabin cruise advised, mini briefs complete. Before takeoff checklist to the line is complete. Oh man. So my girlfriend. Alright, hang on guys, got somebody at my door. Glacier Park traffic, Alaska 2095. Is going to have to step away for a quick second. Somebody's at the door. Glacier Park. Alright guys, if anybody invades my house, it's being live streamed. Alright. Somebody's soliciting, even though I have a no soliciting sign on my house. Son of a bitch. And Glacier Park traffic, Alaska 2095 is rolling again. So my girlfriend's dad is a volunteer firefighter. He works a lot of the Daytona events at the Daytona Speedway, and this was a picture that he got today. I can see it of Thunderbirds doing their flyover. It's pretty sweet. Alright, before takeoff checklist below the line. Takeoff runway 02 is confirmed. Fuel 11.5 was required. We got 12.8 on board. Engine mode selection normal blue packs are set. For takeoff checklist is complete. Glacier Park traffic, Alaska 2095 lining up runway 2, exiting airspace to the west. Glacier Park.
Pushback.
Toga SRS auto thrust blue. Eight knots throw set. There's V1 and rotate. Got a positive rate. Gear up. Nav. Disarm the spoilers. Real, you can take off whenever you want, man. We can always land on two separate runways. Do like a parallel landing in Seattle.
Alaska 2028 running up, runway 2, back.
Glacier Park traffic, Alaska 2095 is clear of runway 2. Other Alaska flight, if you want, you can take off as soon as you like. We can always land parallel in Seattle.
Alaska 2028, roger.
Alright, there's acceleration altitude. Nose down. Accelerate. We'll go thrust, climb, climb. Get that acceleration going. There's flap 1 speed. Speed check class 1. And S speed. So we'll go speed check class 2.
Pushback traffic. Alaska 2038 is taking over with route 2 Pushback.
So in case y'all aren't familiar with my boy Rio that I talk about routinely in the chat, he is from Africa, so he's got a kick-ass accent, as y'all can probably hear. And he has a channel called Flaps 121 Simulations. You should check him out. Fellow dispatch coworker and best friend of mine. Flight directors don't know what it wants to do. Let's go autopilot 1, let it figure itself out. Get the engine NAICE on. And after takeoff checklist, landing gears up, flaps retracted, bleed packs are set, and APU is off. After takeoff checklist complete. There's 10,000. And lights come off. Wing lights come off, ding the flight attendants. Speed alt star, 1,000 to go. Let's keep it going up to flight level 340. Thrust climb, open climb, 34 blue. Alaska, just to let you know, expect to enter icing conditions around 9,000 feet and to exit icing conditions around 12.5. He's leaving me hanging. Looking good so far. Topping a bunch of this stuff pretty quick. So I don't know if y'all have heard or not, but there's a new 757 that's in development for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Once we get the cruise, I'll bring the video up and show you all the new airplane.
6.2, say folks, 6.2.
I have only had some chicken nuggets and a little Wawa pretzel today. Alright, so we're above transition altitude. Kill that engine NAICE. And let's go standard. 1, 2, and 3. Man, I love Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like it's such a good looking sim, but I'm kind of ready to get back into X-Plane just for the frame rates. It's so much smoother. Hey, Rio. Disconnect or something? 2028. Alaska 2028. This is Alaska 2095. How copy? This guy. So since when we came in, it was smooth rides all the way down. So we'll anticipate those smooth rides and kill that seatbelt sign.
Alaska 2095, 555.
Hey, Alaska 2028. What runway are you set up for in Seattle?
Alaska 2028 is set up for runway 34 right, Seattle.
Roger, that'll work out well. As of right now, it looks like Seattle ground is controlling the airspace, so they'll assign it to us. Probably more than likely space us out and put us on the same runway. But if they go away, then I'm on 34 left, you being on 34 right works perfectly. We don't have to worry about any miles on trail.
Alaska 2028 right there.
You don't have to pretend like you don't know me. Oh, this is fun. As we can already see Seattle on the NDs. That's a pretty quick flight. Once I land, we'll kill this stream. I've got to vacuum as our floors are very hairy from our dogs, and I got to do some dishes to make sure I stay on the girlfriend's good side. That way she'll let me fly tonight with Shaq. And if I get to fly with Shaq tonight, Rio, you need to get in on it too. Which obviously you can fly. I'll probably be on X-Plane when you can fly Microsoft Flight Simulator. It'll all work just fine. And Rio, I don't know if you saw or not, but the Leonardo MD-80 is in beta as well. So now we've got the Phoenix 320, PMD G73, and the MD-80 all in beta. It's about damn time. I wonder if my issue is the pre-loading thing, because it's like every time I change views and stuff, you get those like little stutters. It's loading stuff in the, out like in the distance. I wonder if that's what's causing my problems. See, just like that right there. yeah. Alright guys, when we finish out this climb, I'm going to go let the dogs out real quick. And we'll get right back at it. And we're back. We back. Back better than ever. Huh. Alaska 2028. This is Alaska 2095. Looks like Seattle ground is no longer controlling the airspace, so I would expect for you to land 34 right, and I'll be on 34 left. Picking him up on TCAS.
Alaska 2028, roger on that. We'll take people right.
Alaska 2028, what is your cruising altitude today?
Alaska 2028, we're cruising at flight level 340, final flight level 340.
Right, just as well. I was picking you up on the TCAS. It's nice to see you nearby. Oh yeah, he's close. It's 400 feet low. Whoa, mountain wave. Mountain wave caused overspeed. Alright, so let's pull up. There's a little video that just came out for.
What if I'm the right though? Go out the up.
Yeah, we just got a overspeed due to some mountain wave. Turn that seatbelt sign back on. Flight attendants are always standing up. And ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, this is your first officer speaking. We have reached our cruising altitude of flight level 340. That's 34,000 feet for you non-aviation nerds. And looking at our remaining en route time, let's see here. Looking about another 37 minutes until we're on the ground, 36 minutes or so. We have turned the seatbelt sign on. We're catching some mountain wave and some choppy rides. We'll turn the seatbelt sign on as soon as we can so that you can take care of your bathroom needs. As always, I want to thank you for flying Alaska, and we'll talk to you here shortly as we get ready to start our descent. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Time to get another drink, y'all. Don't drink the second one. This one seems like it's gonna be real sweet. Got a little truly classic lime margarita style hard seltzer. Haven't tried this one yet. So you can tell we're definitely in mountain wave, because as winds go up and down mountains, it kind of has that same effect on airplanes, and airplanes will kind of do this with mountain wave a little bit. You can tell by the VSI, airplanes oscillating a bit in pitch. That's because of the mountain wave. We got Rio down there. right behind us. Roughly about.
Alaska 2095, it'll be appropriate if you share some of those wonderful dreams.
In Alaska 2028, you are more than welcome to come have a drink if you want to cruising up to Orlando from Fort Lauderdale, or here in a few days when I head back down south, I'll bring some with, and we can chill at your place and fly some flight sim and have some record drinks. Oh god, that's not great. Ugh. First, it smells like Sprite. It tastes like a strong ass margarita without tequila. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not great. That's not my favorite. The other three are okay. This was not great. But I guess it's better than like the ranch water, where I liked 1 and hated 3. This one I like 3, hate 1. Alright, so let's take a look at this new 7.5. Damn, we're live. Southwest Virtual Airline Operations is live, and so is XP72. He's flying from Cairo to Jeddah in Egypt Air 78 on Microsoft Flight Sim. But we don't care about that. We want to see the 7.5. We'll get rid of my face so y'all can see everything. Struggling to stream the show since we're live streaming. Look at that. It looks pretty good. The outside doesn't have much going on, but it looks like they've gotten a lot done on the inside. But even still, even if somebody comes out with one, I want to see PMDG put out a 7.5. So I just don't know if anybody else can touch PMDG on a Boeing product. Yes. Looks pretty good. Not gonna lie. Let's see what this dude's got going on. Kinda like this. This is pretty cool. Got a cool little Valenza window. Kill that, because that's struggling since we're hogging up a lot of the internet bandwidth. Alright, so let's start figuring out our top of descent when we're going to start coming down. Let's see. Fuel plan. No, we want proc page. Okay, Seatle. 3, 4 left. Cool. Flight plan. Let's do. Doesn't really matter which one. Yep. He's not. Can you not do a range ring? Guess you can't. So I need to fix info. There it is. Okay. Fix info. Let's see. Hey. Range ring. Let's do. $39 miles will be around 10,000 feet. Flight plan, 196 miles to go. 34,000. We'll start coming down around like 115 nautical miles, something like that. Let's go ahead and program the McDo for the arrival. So we have that taken care of. Oh my god, the stutters. Ugh. Makes me want to rage. Okay. As of 21:53 Zulu, winds are 330 at 16, 10 statute miles, broken 18, broken 25, broken 34. The temperature is -4. Correction, it's 4. Dew point's -1. Altimeter 2987. Definitely a little bit warmer. ILS runways 34 left and 34 right approach in use. Departing 34 right. Simultaneous approaches in use to parallel runways. Blah 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 blah. Don't care. Don't care. Birds. And flow restrictions for Vancouver, but we're not going there, so we don't care. Cool. So winds 330 at 16. Temperature is 4, and the altimeter is, where'd it go? 2987. Assuming it's going to be 200-foot ceilings, we'll throw that in for now. That is set. And let's go ahead and brief up the whole approach and the arrival. So I'll have to do that later. Alright, so we're direct TEMPL right now. We'll follow this down and around. What is this fix? That's Woody. Who's this? Okay, Jackson. At Jackson. For turbojets, landing to the north, which is us. 270 knots, 16,000 feet. That's what we'll put in as our first altitude. Work our way down. And then we'll vector ourselves for north landing on 34 left. On 34 left. ILS approach frequency is 110.75. Final approach course is 344. Final approach fix is Jalen at 2,400 feet. The decision altitude is 579, which gives us 200 feet off the ground. Touchdown zone elevation is 379. If we go miss, we'll climb to 900, then a climbing left turn on heading 300 degrees on outbound Seattle VOR. Blah 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 blah. Don't care. We'll just vector ourselves back around and try again. Say 3-degree glide slope. Approach lights, Pappy on the left, and again we'll climb to 900 and then make a left turn, climbing left turn 3000 on a 300-degree heading. To shoot this approach, we need 200-foot ceilings, half-mile viz. We've got that. It's nice and pretty. No issue there. Alright, so on runway 34 left, we have high intensity runway lights, centerline lights, approach lights, Pappy on the left. It's 30 degrees. RVR is reporting. And from the glide slope, we have 7,580 feet. 85 feet of usable runway, and it's 150 feet wide. And once we land, we'll plan to exit at either Juliet or Echo. Echo will cross 16 center, 16 left, and we'll take Bravo all the way down, and whatever, make ourselves at home at the terminal. It is in ILS, so we'll go ahead and arm those ILS push buttons, and we'll plan to auto brake low. Actually, we won't even do a low. We'll just go no auto brakes unless something changes. Sweet. It's pretty smooth now, so we'll turn that seatbelt sign back off. Let those folks do what they need to do. Don't see no orange folks. It's always good. And they are 100% satisfied as of now. Drink is not the best. It ain't the best at all. Check. Okay. So EQ was correct. What he said earlier. We flying the TOLUS 340 to 34600 from Sydney to Auckland. Yeah. I'll never care to fly overseas. And I killed my charts on my phone. You said earlier that Shaq was flying Sydney to Auckland. Yes, I'm right. Never happens. Especially when you're married, right? Yeah, earlier you said that he was flying Sydney to Auckland, and I didn't think about how not far of a flight that was. So when you said it, I assumed that that was still the long haul he was talking about, just because I read Sydney. But no, yeah, you were correct. Because that's what, Sydney, Australia to Auckland, New Zealand. That's not. I don't think that's very far. But I wouldn't know. I don't even know those airport codes. I wouldn't even. If I were to try to fly with him, I wouldn't even know. I mean, I could look it up, but like off the top of my head, I don't know that stuff. I never fly overseas. I stay in North America. That's what I'm familiar with. Well, at least you know you're not the only man on this world that's in that boat. I'm not even married yet, and I'm in that boat. I've been in that boat for the past 3.5 years. Came home to jump on my PC and my damn 14-year-old daughter is on it watching YouTube. And not even watching your stream. Yeah, I would imagine she wouldn't be watching my stream. And with my foul mouth, probably best she ain't. But that's whenever you pull the daddy card and be like, get your ass off my computer. Get your phone or tablet that you didn't pay for. And go watch YouTube somewhere else. Bye-bye. I mean, hell. We got Chromecast these days. You can stream it to your TV and actually watch. Like, you could watch my stream, or anybody else's stream for that matter, or any other YouTube video on TV. And I actually have watched some of my streams on my TV before, and it was pretty cool. I got a 72-inch 4K smart TV, $700 special at Walmart, you know. And watching my streams before, I was like, dang, that's pretty cool. Seeing it on the big TV. Alright, where are we at? We just crossed Temple. Let me just check the flight plan, see what our fuel burn is looking like. McDo shows landing with 4.2 on arrival in a Neo based off of our fueling policy at my company. It's supposed to be 4.6, but the winds are not in the McDo, so it doesn't really surprise me none. Let's see. Temple 8.4. We're at 8.7. We're good. Looking good, looking good. Her mouth is worse than mine. She broke her phone last week, which I now have to get replaced. So, and you would know better than me, does a 14-year-old really need a cell phone? Which, I mean, I can absolutely see a 14-year-old needing a cell phone. I know when I was 14, like I had baseball practices and football practices and stuff, and there's often that it would have been great if I could have called my mom and be like, yo, where you at? I'm waiting for you to pick me up. I'm tired, I'm sweaty, hungry. Where your ass at? Pick me up. Let's go. At the Mickey D's. So I guess, you know, I could see how 14-year-old would need it, but I can also see how 14-year-old just purely based off of age wouldn't need it. Come up with a clever way to make that 14-year-old pay for a phone-ish. It'd be funny how real quick they go from, like if they're paying for the phone, they go from a iPhone to a Nokia flip phone. Far out on me. 108. Alright, let's go. Let's get her down. I don't remember what that altitude was. We'll look again. Let's go 22, just like we did in the last one. And it was Jackson at or above 16,000 feet, 270 knots. Yeah, she watches the little one occasionally, so she needs. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, that was a pretty quick shut down to that argument right there. But hey, at least you got kids that can watch the other kid. I used to do that too whenever I was young. I had to watch my sister. Boy, I wanted to whoop her ass. My sister's 7 years younger than me. She pissed me off. She'd do that kind of stuff, you know, be like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Wow, I would whip her ass. It pissed me off. I did punch her one time. My dad turned around and punched me and was like, you want to punch your sister, punch somebody your own size? And I was like, no, I'm good. That hurt. What y'all eating tonight for dinner? I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna eat tonight. I don't think I have anything. I never buy food when I'm home. I eat out more than anything else. Oh, okay, so Shaq says that he's not flying that Sydney to Auckland. He's gonna find a shorter one. Got that fancy flip phone. Y'all, this thing is the bomb. My boy Rio's got it as well. I love it. I watch a lot of YouTube. So this thing is great for YouTube. You can pop these little phone cases on. So you know, it's like for a one-handed operation, it's real narrow and very easy to handle with one hand. Like you can reach all the way across, unlike these big ass other phones. But then when you can do everything on the front that you could on the inside. Then when you're ready to consume some content, you just open her up and you got like a little mini tablet. In fact, check this out. That's my lock screen is a 7. I don't know why it stopped. My lock screen is a 7.5. Landing in Lauderdale. Don't stop. But yeah, this phone is sweet. I use it to control my my streams. So say we go no video. Bye bye. Come back to video. It's pretty cool. I even use little charts with it. You can see, got Navigraph, and I'm flying a Boeing airplane. You got that little chart holder deal, so I'll set it up on there. Very, very handy. Alright, let's get that engine anti-ice on. There's Jackson, roughly 25 miles ahead. That's where we need to cross at 16,000 feet. And man, I'm telling you, the phone is off the hook. And you can see in chat too. Rio's got it as well. Whenever I got it, Rio went and got it too, and we've been digging it ever since. We've had it for a few months now. A lot of people are under the impression that you can only open it so many times before the hinge gives out, and it's not true. This is the 3rd generation of this phone, and it's actually pretty damn robust in a lot of ways. Some other ways it's not. I didn't have the case on it, and I had it like pretty much under my nuts in the car. When I got out of the car, it fell out, hit the ground, and it feels like metal, like you would think it's metal, but it's glass, and it kind of chipped a little bit. Ooh, I should probably stop doing that. But I love this phone, and I got it in green. I don't know if you can really see it or not, but it's green, and I got the watch to match. Sweet. But honestly, the it looks the coolest when I've got the Boeing yoke set up, and then it's sitting like on the little chart holder on the Boeing yoke. The best part. Shut up. Gotta figure out my model matching. I've got George Strait's song "Write This Down" stuck in my head. Alright, there's transition altitude. Oh wait, I forgot it. I've gotten used to the toll list where everything works independently, like it's supposed to. Okay, let's see. Approach briefing, or approach checklist. Briefing is complete. Approach stable by 1,000 feet. AGL. ECM status is checked. Seatbelt signs. We'll get those on. ECM status. Let me actually check that. And it's checked. Minimums 200 set. And engineering ice 1 and 2 are on. Altimeters is, we'll go 2987. Sweet. Alright. Next on the charts, after Jackson, that's turbojets, 12,000. We got 10 in there. Let's do 12. Cool, looking good. Just keep it coming down. We can see right here, Heather, 12,000 feet. And we'll go ahead and start slowing this down. We're supposed to have been 270 knots right there. Let's do 250. Man, look at that. Like, you just can't beat that. X-Plane will never touch that. Take a little note to remind you in case you didn't know. Yeah, I randomly came across a video on YouTube from the 2019 Houston Rodeo when George Strait played it. And this dude was there with his chick, whatever. And it was like the intro of George Strait coming out. And he comes out, gets up on stage, they start playing, take a minute, they start playing Write This Down. He pans over to his girlfriend and she's like bawling just because she's there seeing George Strait, which I think I might would do the same. It is a bucket list of mine. I want to see George Strait before he permanently quits playing live. Shut up. Star. And we got down a little early. Here's some final words from me. Pure country. Love country music. It's my jam. My girlfriend asked me, she was like, did you watch the halftime show, the Super Bowl? Because I guess it was like all the like rappers slash like artists of like from millennials or whatever the hell And I was like, no, I couldn't give two shits about the Super Bowl halftime show. All I cared about was Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, my boys from LSU. That's all I cared about. But yeah, so she asked me, she's like, did you see the halftime show? I was like, girl, do you not know my playlist on Spotify? It is like 99.98% country. There's like one Kendrick Lamar song. Everything else is cowboy shit. Me knowing that movie might kind of date night myself. Yeah. Alright, engine analysis is on. I'm going to hang out here until we reach Heather. And then we'll start our descent down to 6,000 feet. Turn until we turn final. Be on the downwind. Alright, let's look at Batastic, see if there's anybody else. We got some other folks around about. Ugh, I really need some. Oh, this dude. Oh, Portland, Seattle, okay. Seattle, Anchorage. Looks like we're the only two inbound. No, San Diego, Seattle. He better not be landing to the south. Stupid. Another FedEx coming in from Anchorage to Seattle. What else for traffic? We'll dial it down to 6,000. And once we start this turn, we'll start coming down. Alright, there we go, starting to come down. Seattle traffic, Alaska 2095 is to the east of the airport at 11,500 feet on the downwind, planning the ILS 34 left approach into Seattle. Seattle traffic. So in real life, those spoilers would not move that fast. That would really mess up the aerodynamics of the airplane and probably cause some pretty rough jolts. As the captain brings out the spoilers, they slowly come up. And also in real airplane, depending on how slow you are, you would see the VLS, which is like the stall buffer. It would start coming up as well. A lot of times, you'd be very careful when you have the spoilers out, and like if you're real close to, like if you have flaps out and spoilers out, then you're going to have like a real narrow margin of overspeeding and stalling. 10,000 feet, landing lights coming on. Putting engine anti-ice on because this stuff looks like it could be a super cooled liquid cloud, whatever you call it. Cloud with super cold liquid droplets. You can tell your frames suck too because you scroll. You have a lot of like scroll wheel action, but it's only going down like a few knots. come into heading mode. We'll just keep this heading. And then we'll turn us. So EQ, remember we were talking about heading mode. So this is kind of that same thing. We have this discontinuity in the flight plan from where the star ends and the approach starts, which is why this line over here, this LNAV line, just kind of goes off into Never Never Land. So this is where ATC would vector you, and so being that it's a vector, they would tell you to fly heading versus fly direct to a fix or whatever. So that's kind of what I'm doing right here. So the difference in heading mode and LNAV, all these knobs on the FCU, the flight control unit, which is like the autopilot panel, are dual functioning. So if you want to tell the airplane to do what was programmed in the McDo, you'd push that button in. So I'm giving it to you, the airplane. So if you want this airplane to go into LNAV, you would push the button in, and that puts it into LNAV. You can tell it's an LNAV because now the path is solid green instead of that dashed line. It says nav on the PFD, and we have dashes with this little dot, and so we know it's in lateral, like a LNAV mode. Now when we go into heading mode, you would pull it, as in you're giving it to me, the pilot. I'm telling the airplane what to fly. So you would pull the knob, puts it into heading mode. You can tell you're in heading mode because now you have a heading displayed. Your PFD or your FMA callout shows heading, and then you have a dashed line where that LNAV path was. So that's how you know you're in heading mode. And so now the airplane will fly whatever heading we tell it to. Once you pull the knob, it's going to fly the heading that it's currently on. But once you start turning that knob left to right, it's going to start turning to the left or the right. So we're not just yet parallel to the next fix, which is Sonder, which is the transition onto the approach. And honestly, I'd probably rather go direct to whatever that one is. So let's go ahead and let's go down another 1,000 feet. We'll pull, tell it to go into vertical speed mode. So pulling puts it into vertical speed. So we, like me, I'm pulling the knob, pointing to myself, the pilot. I want to tell you how fast to descend. If we wanted to level off, obviously it says push to level, so you would push it, it would level off. And we're below flap 1 speed, so I'm just going to ensure that we're slow enough that no wind gust will make us overspeed. We'll slow down a little bit once we level off here, and then we'll go into flap 1. So there's 5,000 feet. Alt star. So like all these little enunciators on the FMA panel have a meaning. So if alt star, that means you're approaching your specified altitude, and then once you capture it, it turns to alt. Same with heading. That's how we know we're in heading mode. All right, so now we're slowing down. So we'll go flap 1, and let's use heading mode. Let's turn to the right. And we'll go nav. That way we can kind of see a full 360 compass, as I would say in my country accent. And we'll keep that turn coming to around a heading of 300, where I see that next fix is kind of aligned with. Alright, so we're flying 300. We're going to get pointed towards this next fix, next waypoint. If I want to, we could tell it to go direct, but with how experimental the flight management system is with these fixes and all, it's easier just to stay in, or it's better to stay in heading mode and just fly the heading and intercept the localizer instead of trying to go direct. 310. Gonna get lined up where it's at. Seattle traffic, Alaska, 2095 is on a 20-mile final for ILS 3-4 left, Seattle. Now we're still 22.8, yep. Let's slow her down a little bit more now. Let's go down to 190, getting flaps 2. Well, on the approach, we can tell the approach is armed. We've got glide slope in blue as well as localizer in blue. We got the little amber bars right here, so that's our flap 2 speed limit. We're below that, we can go flaps 2. I like to be in flaps 2. Alright, localizer star, so now we know the loc is armed. Or not armed, but it's on its way to capturing. Glide slope's coming down. So we are now joining the approach. Capturing the ILS, start riding it down. I enjoyed the halftime show. I listened to everything. I wish I could, man. That's one of the things that about myself that I wish I could change. I wish I was more open-minded to different genres of music. But I'm just such a hardcore country western kind of fan that I struggle listening to anything else. Alright, localizers. We've captured localizer. Glide slope's coming down. Let's go 170. We'll stay 170 until 7 miles. It's a good, easy speed to fly. It gives yourself time that once you hit 7 miles, you can drop gear and all that stuff. Gives you plenty of time to get configured. If you want to be a little more challenging, then do 170 to 5. And you have a little bit less time to get configured. Alright, glide slope star. So, once you arm the approach, you can go ahead and arm both autopilot channels if you want. Arming both autopilot channels just gives you redundancy in case one were to fail while you're on the approach. But yeah, so once you're established on the ILS, it's good to have, and it's also a good habit to read it out. Speed, glide slope, localizer, Cat 3 dual, which means both the autopilot channels are enabled, and autopilot 1 and 2, which also means both autopilot channels are enabled, or armed, or however you want to say it. Alright, so now let's go to perf, activate approach phase. You want to do this when you're in selected speed. If you're in managed speed where you have the dashes, if you arm the approach, it'll drop all your speed down to approach speed sooner than you want it to. So I like to be in selected speed first, where I have my speed displayed and I'm telling the airplane how fast to fly before I activate my approach. It's a good way to get the flying too slow. Seattle traffic, Alaska, 2095, 10-mile final, ILS, runway 34 left, Seattle. So we're just going to hang out here on the ILS, 170 knots, until we reach 7 miles. We're 2 miles out. Wonder where Rio's at. Haven't heard him talking yet. I see him on behind me. FedEx is out front. Looking good.
2,500.
FedEx should be talking though. Alright. 7.3, 7.2, 7.1. 7 miles. Gear down. Arm spoilers. Manage speed. Flaps. 3. Go flaps full. And we're going to record this, see if we can't do a replay after. Clear to
Flight
land.
attendants, please prepare for landing.
Seattle traffic, Alaska 2095, 5-mile final, ILS runway 34 left, Seattle. And I guess the airplane thinks we're still in icy conditions, so we'll turn it back on. Three-mile final, 1,300 feet. There's a weird little discrepancy. We're right on the glide slope, but yet the PAPI is showing 3 red, 1 white, which means we're a tad low. But obviously, based off of this, we're right on the mark, so it's weird. Alright, my airplane. Seattle traffic, Alaska 2095, 2-mile final, ILS 34 left, Seattle. Oof. Wind's coming off that hill, it's really throwing me around.
500, 400, 400, 300,
Continue,
300,
or not continue, minimums is what you would say that.
100 above, minimum,
Continue,
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Yeah, that was gonna happen. Little hill made the ground come to the plane a little bit faster. Spoilers reverse green. No decel because we're not running auto brakes. Seattle traffic, Alaska 2095 is clear, runway 34 left, Seattle. I wonder if me and Rio's on a different server or something. Really weird. Oh, was it negative 35? I didn't. There's no way that was a negative 35. I feel like I slammed that one. No way. I'll go back and look at that one. There's just... Seattle traffic. Alaska 2095 is crossing runway 34 center, Seattle. And I see Rio over there landing. But you think if I could see him, I could hear him too. Seattle traffic, Alaska, 2995 is clear, runway 34 center. Holding short, runway 34 right, Seattle. Alright, let's clear it off. I keep watching to see if somebody's transmitting on the client, and I don't even see a transmission, let alone hear one. Seattle traffic, Alaska 2995 is crossing runway 34 right, Seattle. Man, he stopped fast as hell. Alright, we'll turn on the yellow edge pump and we'll shut down number 1. Let's see what I'm in. So Rio, if you're still listening to this, I'm on, if you go to your Vatsim client, go to settings, on that first tab, network, you'll see Vatsim server. I'm on USA East. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it, but maybe that's why we're not hearing each other. Alright, so airplane checklist, exterior lights are set, flaps retracted, TCAS is in transponder standby, engine mode selector is normal, ground spoilers are disarmed, radar wind shear is off. After landing checklist is complete. It's really weird. I see you. I'll make that left turn right there and you can follow me in. I am blocking you. Alright, looks like Delta's pushing back. Yeah, he is. So we're going to turn. Where should we park? Yeah, we'll just park right here. This is definitely for the Q400s that Alaska has. This is not meant for these jets, but nobody cares. Park wherever we want. Cool, and there we go. We'll set the parking brake. It did not start the APU, so we need to leave engine 1 on, but we can go ahead and kill this yellow electric pump. And we'll call up Senior Stairs, Power, all these dudes. See how many of them actually come over. Oh yeah. Alright, we got power, so we'll turn it on. Kill one. Hit all this other stuff. Sweet. Kill this replay thing, 'cause I just remembered that's going. And we'll come back to that in a second. This is the last leg of the day for this airplane. That was real nice. Yeah, it was. Hopefully we get another one in tonight. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't hear you. That's really weird. It was we obviously talking earlier. Alright, we'll kill external power 1 and 2. This is all probably going to mess up the replay, but oh well. Alright, let's go to Delta, see what they're reporting. Oh wow, okay. Maybe Delta says touchdown early at 35 feet per minute. I'll take it. We had 7.3 on the fuel. Upon arrival, we were planned to land with 7.1, so we did underburn. That's always good. We'll file this. Take one last look at Rio over there, and we'll disconnect from Vatsim, and then we'll try to do the replay. So the mod I'm using is hang on, that's really weird, cause so I'm disconnected. I just hit disconnect from Vatsim, but you can still see Rio. It's weird. I am using. In fact, I'll just put it up and pull it in the put it in the chat so you can download it. Alright, so this is what I use. It's how I push back and do all that fun stuff. Why can I not get rid of this Vatsim? Alright, let's see, YouTube. There you go. You just download it, it goes into your community folder, and it puts this little button in your toolbar. You'll click that and it opens up this window. So you can tell you want fuel truck, you want jetway, power, you want stairs, catering, baggage, all that stuff. You can open your doors with it. You have some options here for some like the talking and all that stuff, and these will prevent everything from leaving the airplane, because if you have that turned off, everything will just automatically roll away. Then for the pushback, you'd hit start pushback, you hear the talking, release parking brake. It'll start pushing you back, and then you use your rudder pedals to steer it, and you steer yourself to wherever you want to go, which is pretty handy. Alright, so let's try. I don't understand why I'm still seeing Rio though, because I have killed Vatsim, but yet we're still seeing him, which is interesting. Anyways, let's try to do the replay. Should probably go down. Load. Open. I don't remember doing all this, so interesting. The the replay client just killed over. We'll try to load it one more time.
$1,000.
I do. So I use it in conjunction with Latin VFR AREX, AREX. It just basically, you choose what ground handling airline you want, and it replaces all the default vehicles with vehicles that have like Spirit or Alaska or whoever. Alright, let's watch some replays. There we go. That looks a lot faster than what. Yeah, that's way faster. There's probably an update for this. I need to download it. But what's cool with this little client is you can take an approach that you've flown and make your approach AI aircraft. So say like you pull up short of the runway we just landed on, make this play, and you can watch yourself land from the previous flight or whatever flight while you're sitting short in your airplane watching it. It's pretty neat. I just don't understand why it's going so damn fast. Let's try this again. goes fast again. Yeah. Oh well. It was a good attempt. Anyways, alright guys, well, that will wrap it up for another episode here on the Wrong Side Simulations channel. And we'll try to do some more flying tonight. If I'm able to get away from the girlfriend, get approval from her, then I plan on trying to fly with Shaq tonight. I've been texting him and let him know if he's flying in the States tonight, then I'll fly with him. And if so, we might stream it, may not stream it, I don't know, we'll see. But either way, thank you everybody so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. It's always a pleasure to sit and chat with y'all and supply some good flight sim content with all the stutters in the world. And until the next time, oh yeah, don't forget to like it, because that definitely helps the algorithm. But other than that, I guess we'll see y'all on the next one, hopefully tonight. And until then, everybody take care and be safe, and we'll see you soon.